Hi guys, welcome to Mbali Talks. In today's video, I actually want to share with you how you can actually start your own hair selling business. I'm going to be sharing with you where to find suppliers, how to find suppliers, and actually the kind of quality hair that you should buy if you want your business to be successful. As you guys know, the right thing to do when you land on this page is to hit that subscribe button, honey, and also to watch until the end of the video so that you can leave me a comment to let me know which part of the video spoke to you the most. Also, please just hit that like button so that this video can keep coming up in the faces of people who can actually use it. Without further ado, let's get right into it. For those who don't know, I actually do have a hair selling business which is called Crown Necessity. It has been in existence since 2018, I think. And instead of sitting there with all this information, I just thought to myself, it's only fair for me to come back onto this platform to share the information that I have learned in the past couple of years of selling hair that can actually help you to be able to pick up a side hustle and or to actually start a hair business in the hair industry. And I don't even have to convince you guys. There's so many hair brands that you can actually see online, on Instagram, on TikTok. They are everywhere. It just depends on the kind of quality hair that you want to sell for you to be able to capture your niche. So now that I've convinced you to actually start a hair business, I'm sure you're asking yourself, you know what, Mbali, I really want to start a hair business. I just don't know where to go. Hey, honey, you have come to the right place right now because I'm about to spill the tea on how you can actually start and make your hair business successful. So I'm going to suggest two different ways for you to be able to stock hair for your hair business. One, online, and two, offline. For those who are interested in starting a business just by stocking online, the two platforms that I'd advise for you is first of all Alibaba. If you guys are willing to check out this video that I did here on how you can actually start a business on Alibaba, it is going to give you all the tips and hacks that you need for you to be able to buy from the suppliers on Alibaba. Not only that, the video goes in depth onto how I actually purchase on Alibaba, the things that you need to look out for, the kind of suppliers that you can actually buy from, where to actually look when you're trying to find the right suppliers on the platform itself. So that's definitely the first thing that I would do, to check out the Alibaba video before you can even think about shopping on Alibaba. I'll do you guys one thing better. I'm actually going to link in the description box some of the suppliers that I've actually used myself on my business for me to be able to buy hair from Alibaba. There's multiple suppliers that you're going to find on a platform like Alibaba. However, not all of them sell quality hair. So the ones that I'm going to link, maybe 2 or 3, I'm just still going to check on my list, are the ones that I feel like I've bought hair from before and the quality hair has been great. Not once, not twice, but all the times that I've bought. So there are definitely ones that I would recommend. If, however, they've changed their quality, because remember guys, my business is not as active as it used to be, I would like to apologize, but I'm 100% sure that if you combine the video on how to shop on Alibaba plus the links that I'm going to put in the description box of the suppliers that I've actually used, you're bound to come up with the best combination of where you can actually source your hair on Alibaba. The second platform that I would advise for you to check out online if you want to buy hair and or you want to start selling hair is a website called dy777hair.com. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. As amazing as dy777 hair is, I will however warn you that when you get onto the platform, you're going to realize that even though they have sales on the different hairs that they actually have on the platform, their prices are more on the retail rather than the wholesale side. Kanti wena, you're looking for wholesale prices. However, if you go onto the platform and actually ask to chat to one of their boards and or their service providers, you're going to find a situation where you're actually able to negotiate those prices for you to be able to get wholesale prices. Again, guys, this will only work for you if you're planning on buying in bulk, because obviously they are a business. The more you buy, the more they make. So obviously they're not going to sell you cheap hair at retail prices. Not only that, as you scout around on their website, you're going to realize that they are willing to help you, especially if you feel like, you know what, I have a bit of capital, I actually want to start a salon. They help you with the branding, they help you with packaging, they help you with tips and things that you need for you to be able to make your business worthwhile. So it's definitely one of the platforms that I would check out online if you want to start a hair business. Now I move on to offline, which basically means you are physically going to go to these hair suppliers to go and check out their hair and then decide what hair you actually want to buy. I'm about to plug you with 3 shops that you should actually check out if you're in Johannesburg and or if you're willing to travel to Johannesburg. These shops are at Dragon City along the main reef road next to, I think it's like next to Macro and the Shell. But if you Google Dragon City Johannesburg, the most famous Dragon City in Johannesburg is most likely to the first one that pops up, and that's where you're going to find the following shops. So I'm going to list the shops based on the 1, which I think is the best one that you should actually try out, all the way to 3, which is the one that I think you can try out, but just tread a bit more carefully. The first shop that you should check out if you're at Dragon City and you want to source hair for your hair business is D13. D13 is a Chinese rent shop. This is not an ad, it's just a shop that I discovered, and I actually thought when I went there physically, their hair quality is actually very good. Remember guys, when you're selling hair, you need to decide whether you want to sell cheap quality hair or you want to sell quality hair like myself. My niche was actually a niche in people that actually want quality hair because, for example, the wig that I'm wearing is over 4 years old, and quite honestly, I've never even taken it to the salon for me to be able to treat it. I literally just use shampoo and a conditioner in the house and voila, the curls go back to normal. So at D13, when I visited them, I discovered that I feel like their hair quality is pretty much one of the best. However, I will say that my advice for you is buy the bundles. Don't go and buy a ready-made wig. The main reason for that is if you're not familiar with buying hair, you will not be able to tell that the hair that's on the wig has actually been mixed or not. Yet if you buy the bundles, they have no choice but to sell you the actual quality of the pure bundles that they sell. Of course, you must also be reasonable with the fact that if you want proper quality hair, you're probably going to pay more money. So depending on the niche and or the target market that you're trying to vie for, D13 is definitely one of the shops that I would actually check out if you want to start a hair business. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to say is the fact that if you buy bundles, it does turn out cheaper for you because it's always easier to find one of the ladies that are already at Dragon City for them to be able to make wigs for you rather than you buying the already-made wig in the shop, because obviously the shop is going to charge you that cost of making the wig. The second shop that you should check out is actually downstairs. It is E4. So when you walk into E4, the first thing you're going to think is, but there isn't exactly like Brazilian or Peruvian hair here, because the majority of their products are actually synthetic hair braids. But when you go inside your shop, you're going to realize that they actually have ready-made wigs inside the shop along a different side of the shelf. So that's where you actually go if you want to stock hair for yourself. What I liked about E4 is the fact that their quality is actually very good. As minimal as their choices are with the wigs that they have in the shop, the quality of their hair is like nothing you've ever seen before. Like, it literally reminded me of the suppliers that I actually used when I used to physically go to China to select the hair. The quality is so amazing, and a lot of the people that actually bought hair from me at that point in time still use the same hair 4-5 years later. So it's definitely a shop that I would recommend. But however, like I said, you do need to be able to be someone who understands the quality of hair, unless of course all you want is to start a cheap hair business, which is also absolutely okay because target markets are different. Different markets respond to different products. So depending on what your customer market is and or your target client is, then I'd advise for you to be able to check out those shops. The third and last shop that I'm going to tell you about at Dragon City is a shop called D43. So first of all, I want you guys to know that this is a disclaimer, right? I've not bought hair from D43, but I have seen it on some of the videos on TikTok, and I thought to myself, while I was there trying to compile information for this video, let me just go and check it out, and this is my honest review. So D43 has a lot of wigs, and it's one of the most famous shops in Dragon City for you to be able to shop wigs. However, some of the ladies that sit outside that help you to be able to make the wigs if you decide to buy bundles actually advised me not to buy wigs from inside D43. They said I must actually stick to buying the bundles because, like I mentioned earlier in the video, they kind of do have a tendency to mix the hair, which means your wig could easily be a combination of good quality hair, say maybe grade 12, grade 13, grade 14A, and or grade 7 or 6. But if you're looking for hair personally for yourself and you're looking for a wig that should last you for maybe a year or so, then by all means go into their shop, buy their wig directly instead of buying the bundles. But if you're someone who feels like, you know what, I'm actually at the point where I want to start a hair business, then my advice for you is first buy their bundles, have the ladies there at Dragon City make the wig for you, test it out for a couple of months, wash it, condition it, put it in the microwave like I sometimes do with my wigs. Don't put your wig in the microwave for more than 2 minutes, guys. All it does is to just try and put in the moisturizer from the leave-in conditioner in your hair. Anyway, this is now a hair cleansing tip and or a hair care tip that is not part of this video. More information on that is actually going to be coming up. If I can see interest on this video from people that actually want to start a hair business, I will be back to share more tips with you on how you can actually make your business successful. Moving on, so my advice for you is go in, buy bundles, don't buy the wigs. test them out if you're trying to start a hair business, and or just buy directly the wig, use it for a year if you're not someone who's trying to start a hair business but just wants cheap hair for yourself, and then tell me how it actually went. With all the information shared on this video, I hope that you found valuable information, especially for those who are aspiring hair business owners. Not only that, I do hope that you're going to take my advice with a grain of salt, because like I said, not all the suppliers that you're going to find either online and or offline are always ready to sell you quality hair. So you will need to have a bit of experience when it comes to the kind of hair that you want to buy, how much you want to charge your clients for that hair, and or how long you want the hair to actually last. If you found the information on this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button below, and also please join the community by hitting the subscribe button below. Leave me a comment to let me know which part of the video spoke to you the most, and or which platform you're actually going to try out first on your quest for you to be able to start a hair business. Also guys, please always remember to share this information on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, wherever it is where you actually have an audience that could actually use this kind of information. Maybe it's not you that wants to start a hair business, maybe it's a friend of yours and you know that she's been struggling to find the kind of information, especially because when it comes to a lot of these beauty businesses, there's a lot of gatekeepers, guys, which is why the nice person that I am decided to come back here and actually share with you my own personal business experience with the hair industry. Other than that, I've come to the end of the video. I'm going to see you guys in the next video, and please in the comment section tell me what else you'd like to know about the hair industry, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. Otherwise, I will see you in the next Mbali Talks video. Cheers.